No, just swing with both of those. That would be great, because that is the definition of a scoop ski potatoes. Do they? You think they do? Do scoop both. Put your hands in the scoop formation. Just scoop it up. Just scoop it up. My fair citizens of Sodium City, we have Approaching Death. So this deck is essentially revolved around Approach of the Second Sun. So Approach of the Second Sun is a 7-mana sorcery. If this spell was cast from your hand and you've cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun this game, you win the game. Otherwise, put Approach of the Second Sun into its owner's library, 7th from the top, and you gain 7 life. So there's a couple things about this card. Number one, you cannot copy this card. This does not work. If you make 20 different copies, you will not win the game because of that. So keep that in mind. You will gain, 20 times 7, whatever that is, 140. You will gain that much life. However, you won't win the game. And you only get, obviously, 1 copy 7th from the top of your library. The other thing is that the very first time you cast Approach of the Second Sun, it doesn't actually have to resolve, because it specifically says when this spell is cast from your hand and you've cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun this game. It doesn't say and you've successfully cast or you have resolved. None of that stuff. It just means you've cast it. That's all it means. So this is good news for us, because if we're going up against a control deck, sometimes they don't know or they don't understand. A lot of times that's the case, and they end up countering the first one, which is perfectly fine for us. We don't really care if they counterspell the first Approach of the Second Sun. As long as we can resolve the second one, that's what's most important. So definitely keep that in mind when you're trying to play around counterspells. The different thing that we're doing here is using Inspiring Statuary in order to ramp, which it's odd, it's unconventional, but it's kind of interesting. So Inspiring Statuary is a 3-mana artifact where it says non-artifact spells you cast have improvise, which essentially means your artifacts can help cast spells. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1 colorless. So essentially, if you have just 4 Inspiring Statuaries out, just 4 of them, they don't do anything outside of give your spells the ability to improvise, right? So you can tap each statuary for 4 colorless mana if you're casting a non-artifact spell. So at that point, you can actually cast your Approach of the Second Sun for 3 mana instead of 7, because you have 4 Inspiring Statuaries out. You might sit there and ask, well, why don't you just use mana rocks? Because some mana rocks can tap for mana, but also some mana rocks can end up drawing you cards, etc., etc. It's a total valid point. However, a lot of times you want to run artifacts that can actually have hard utility, like Glass Casket, which exiles a creature for 2 mana, Treasure Map, which you can scry for a bit, and then eventually it will flip over to a land and then create 3 treasure tokens. Now, treasure tokens, you have to tap and sacrifice it to add mana of any color. However, with Inspiring Statuary out, they're just 3 artifacts. They're just 3 artifacts. So you can tap each one of those for colorless mana, which is really, really, really cool. So your map turns into a land, and then you get 3 colorless mana at all times. You never have to sacrifice it, unless you have to sacrifice it for mana, of course. So the ways that we're actually going to draw cards a little bit more, because again, once we throw Approach of the Second Sun out there, it's going to be put 7th from the top into our library. So we have Treasure Map to scry cards to the bottom after we do that. We also have Cosmos Elixir. So when Approach of the Second Sun, we cast for the first time, we gain 7 life, and that will most likely put us above 20 HP. And then with Cosmos Elixir, which is a 4-mana artifact, the beginning of your end step, draw a card if your life total is greater than your starting total. Otherwise, you gain 2 life. So if we have more than 20 HP, we get to draw a card, again, getting us closer to Approach of the Second Sun, which is exactly what we need/want. Some of the other artifacts that we have, because obviously Cosmos Elixir will then also tap for colorless, and since you don't even have to tap it to do any of its utility, it's still a very good enchantment, and it doubles as a mana rock. The other one we have, which we just added, was Immortal Sun, which I really, really like this card just in general, but it seems to be very good in this deck because it's card draw, it's also an artifact, and it deals with their planeswalkers, prevents them from activating planeswalker abilities. Again, we get to draw an extra card, and it makes our spells one colorless cheaper, which is just fantastic. And then creatures our control get +1/+1. We do run the castles, the white castles, so we are able to make 1/1s from those. Those become 2/2s, which is always cool. Can never hate that, right? But that is essentially the deck. We are running a lot of board wipes. Hour of Revelation and Settle the Wreckage were more preferred. And then, of course, Teferi's Protection. So the cool little trick I was doing is that I was waiting for the board to get very big. You know, since we have Treasure Map, Glass Casket, we have a lot of permanents. So Hour of Revelation is kind of a bad card, right? But it's very good with Teferi's Protection. So if there are 10 or more non-land permanents on the battlefield, yours and the opponent's, the spell will cost 3 less. So Hour of Revelation will cost 3 white mana. And then you have Teferi's Protection, which is 3 mana. Until your next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. All permanents you control phase out, right? This is just amazing. So what you do is you have to put it in full control. You cast Hour of Revelation for 3 white sources, and then in response, you cast Teferi's Protection. Because obviously, once you phase all of your stuff out, it's going to phase out your permanents, which means Hour of Revelation is then going to cost 6 instead of 3. So you have to do it in response to casting Hour of Revelation for 3. And this is just cool. It makes your spell still cost 6, but it's a one-sided board wipe. It's kind of like a 2-card Ruinous Ultimatum. You could think of it that way. If you want to take this deck and build it at home, it's going to run you 31 rares and 9 mythics. So it's pretty mythic heavy, but it is a very good deck. It is definitely the truth. After I made the changes, you see the final version here in this video near the end. It's about halfway probably. You will see the deck list in the description below. Once you get that, it will take you. You can climb the ladder. Everything's good. So make sure to build this deck and then let me know what your success rate is in the comment section below. I'd be really interested to know. Or alternatively, you can just hop into the Twitch stream 5 days a week, every day except Monday and Thursday. Should have a link up there somewhere at the top right. Definitely come check out. If you want to see more Approach of the Second Sun, then hit that subscribe button, bell notification. I do come out with videos 7 days a week. You don't want to miss a single one. And as for yesterday's comment question of the day, I asked you, what deck have I made in the past that you wish I would update? Here are your answers. If you want your comment featured in these videos, make sure that you answer the comment question of the day every single day, 7 days a week in the comment section below. Stay salty and enjoy the games. All right, we have a new, probably not improved deck for mono white prison. It's definitely different. It's still something I'm kind of messing around with because it has it's running Statuary, which I do like as a general concept. I still don't understand why I have settles here, to be honest. I don't know if I like this hand. A little better. Let's not have a tap land. So Statuary allows us to have our non-artifact spells have improvise, which means we're allowed to cast this by tapping 1 white source and 2 artifacts. However, I'm just going to guarantee a land drop. They're not doing anything, so why should I? And that's fantastic, because they each individual one acts as ramp, basically. And now I don't want a compass. So that's a little bit of non-synergy. It's because after I cast approach, I don't want to shuffle anything. I initially did have Fabled Passages in there. Nice. This is good. We still have Teferi's protection for when they Mizzix this turn. And then they get back their Merchant Ultimatum. And then they do something. Yep. Yep. So good thing about Teferi's protection, until your next turn, so they took 2 extra turns and they can't do anything. However, they can still do a lot of shit, because obviously they have 2 more turns, right? Can't do any damage to me. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they can't develop their board a fuck ton. They can still get another Mizzix Mastery, they can do another Merchant Ultimatum. They have the mana for it, just to, oh no they don't. That's red. Alright, depending on what they do here. If they shock that, I don't think I have. Could I have, hold on. This sucks because they're gonna be able to cast their other one. So they get their other Merchant Ultimatum. Let's go and give them that. Fuck, I could have won. Could have won last turn. Shit. Could have fucking won.
But you didn't.
Could have fucking won. Is that exile? Actually not sure. It looks like it does. Just hovering over my options to make them think that I'm gonna do something. But you don't want them. Oh, they had a Mizzix. They could have Mizzixed that Time Warp. They could have, like, kicked the Mizzix. You got it. Do you have an epiphany? They have an epiphany, they win. 2, 3, 4, 8. Oh, that's our last chance. Ooh, they could have Helix? I should have done the cycle on my turn. If I top decked like either... I was assuming Teferi's protection. I didn't even think about approach because I had the mana to do approach. It's 7 mana. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had exactly 7 mana. All right, do you have it? It's gonna be really hard to assume they don't. Yeah, I pretty much threw away this game. Not on purpose, but yeah. I'm pretty sure they had it for a while. They were just being troll. Yeah, we had the win. Technically, we won that game. I'm counting that as a win for sure. I just misplayed, I guess. Learn for the future. Learn for the future. All right, let's change like 50,000 things with this deck, shall we? All right, so Compass is kind of cucking us quite a fucking bit. Our lack of board wipes is fucking us super hard as well. We don't have anything else to do on turn 2. Overwhelming Splendor is good. Let's do Doomscar. I need another like 1 or 2 mana artifact. Oh, do the thing. Glass Casket. Yeah. So Glass Casket works, and then let's do 3 Immortal Suns. That should help a lot, actually. I think that's the move. Yeah, let's give that a try. Okay. I feel good about these changes. I feel good about these changes. I do, in fact, feel good about these changes. I don't like this, though. Castle into map. And then we get to scry the next turn. And we're good to go off to the races. we keep hitting land drops, we can approach on like turn 4. Because of the ramp we get with treasure map. Oh shit. Right, we may not last that long. Okay, we might be able to last that long. Yeah, we might be able to last that long. This Glass Casket is fantastic. As long as they don't play a creature and then give it haste. Wait, they can give it haste. There's that one creature where it's like, if it's equipped, it gets haste and double strike, and you equip something to it, or some shit. Jesus Christ. Blast Zone kills the Colossi Hammer. Alright, perfect. So now we have mana for Teferi's protection. Yeah. I don't really want to mill any of my shit. Yeah, not so much. I think I'm good without that. Worst case scenario, I can settle. I would rather not sacrifice 2 of my treasures for that. I kind of want to save that for my approach. I think the thing that like equips all things. Immortal Sun might have actually been a decent idea. They play that Charger again, and then do the equip. Wait, the Charger isn't a. Wait, it is a warrior. They can 16, 17. Can hit me for quite a lot. Sweet. We digging. Not digging hard enough. I believe we get it next turn. We do get it next turn. And that should be enough mana. Yep, because Immortal Sun also makes it cheaper. Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. That was clean. That felt a lot better. Glass Casket's nice. Immortal Sun is nice. I think we made some good decisions. I think we made some good decisions on those changes. Yeah. They got completely fucked, but the thing is we had so many answers to everything that they even wanted to try to do. There was nothing they could do about that. Alright, no more punting. 2 of these games have been losses due to punts. It's not good. It is definitely not good. I think I need to take out the settles. I think settles are just too much. feel like there's a lot of hand hate going on today. This could be a negate or disruption. It's Magda, they're making tokens. It's not particularly good because it's non-artifact spells you control of improvise, and I only have one white source, right? And they have fucking 6 mana right now. Could have another negate. Ionize. Running counter burn. All right. Like, I don't know if this actually goes through. They have another Bone Crusher? Wow, okay. The opponent has the fucking nuts. Holy shit. Yeah, negate, ionize, Magda, treasure map, double Bone Crusher. Well. It's kind of an odd attack. Alright, all of a sudden I cannot draw any lands. Right, they didn't have Embercleave. Land, please. Thank you. Be nice if this goes through. Okay, it went through. That's good. It's good. We need to stick this Immortal Sun. And then live a turn. Fuck. Alright, so now... that's not good. We needed that. They top deck it? Okay. It's 8 damage. The top deck. All right, things went our way. We missed land drops for like 5 turns, but we finally did. Teferi's protection saves lives all the time. Don't forget to follow me over at twitch.tv/StriderStone. I do stream 5 days a week, every day except Monday and Thursday. You can click on the card up there somewhere, and it should take you over to my Twitch stream. And just hit that follow button, and I'll see you there. All right. The approaching the death. So much death. So much approaching. The deck is starting to feel a lot better. I really like the addition of Glass Casket. I think that was smart. This is a great draw. Yeah, it was a really good draw. Perfect. It's a great target. Yeah, that's the perfect target for that. I would love to get the Soul Warden, but not super worried about it yet. Blast Zone kills the Soul Warden. I don't want to do a 2-mana one because then it blows up my Glass Casket. Don't have problems with that. That's 25 or more, so they need 2 more life. Now we can tap the Glass Casket for mana as well. We have 5. We're gonna have 6. Technically we can Hour of Revelation. I don't think there's any reason for us to want to do that. We have 2 settles in hand. They don't have any planeswalkers. If they had a planeswalker, possibly. But we'd probably milk it out a little bit more. Nice. Shit. That's not good. Been seeing a lot of this deck lately. You really don't want to attack their Soul Warden at all. They refuse to. So, I mean, that's good for us. We got rid of 2 big threats. We're preventing damage. We have to kill that speaker, though. Before they can even do anything. They have a shit ton of mana. We do not quite. I really just didn't want them to make any more angels. Do some crazy shit. We needed 1 more land and then we could have cast Approach. Our opponent's getting flooded. Shitty. Alright, that's great. Great. And we have protection for like a few turns. Oh yeah, this is fantastic. So we have 7 mana right now. We're just gonna approach next turn. Draw a card. I love that synergy. Synergy is fan-fucking-tastic. It's gonna be really difficult for them to kill us, I think. I don't actually think it's possible for them to kill us. Yeah, I don't think it's possible. We have Castle. To draw another card from this. It's a Blasty Zoni. Beginning of our upkeep, we get to do that. No, just swing with both of those. That would be great, because that is the definition of a Scoopski Potatoes. Do they? You think they do? Do scoop with both. Put your hands in the scoop formation. Just scoop it up. Just scoop it up. Scoop it. They're in it for the long haul. Yep, we have approach in hand, and there's nothing they can do about it. They never seen approach before. Yeah. The best thing about the statuary is that when things are tapping for mana, these treasures, it just taps for mana. You don't have to sacrifice it, which is fantastic. So while they're tapped, you can still, they only tap for colorless. They don't tap for colored. They tap for colorless, and then you can use your treasure map after it's tapped, sack it, and draw a card. So you get a lot of benefit out of it. All right. Changes made a difference. I don't know if I like Approach of the Second Sun. It seems kind of lame. It seems like a lame win. Yeah, keep that. Yeah, let's try this. Gross. Well, that sucks. Yeah, turn one Thoughtseize fucking hurts a lot. Wow, they got rid of the approach already. They're not fucking around. Makes me think they don't have another one? I don't really want that doing anything. I don't want them to sack that, bring it back, sack it, bring it back, sack it, bring it back. So we're gonna prevent that from doing anything ever. Getting that would have been nice too. Now, a statuary would be fantastic. However, I definitely want to scry with this treasure map. Mm-hmm. Statuary is great. Now, we are going to start taking damage here, which is bad. You have a braid? That's what they have. I see. All right. No, you get nothing. I like how it went to their exile. That was weird. I've never seen that before. Yeah. We gotta kill that. They get their... We take damage. We take 3 damage from that. I kind of didn't even pay attention to that. Then we take another one from the cauldron. That actually cost us a lot more life than I would have liked it. Fuck. Oh my god. Fuck. It was the worst string of everything that just happened back to back to back to back to back. Alright. So we are going to get 2 life per turn. We're going to lose 2 life a turn. You do get to blow up Blast Zone in like a turn. Kind of want to get a statuary out. That would be nice. But getting the goose, the familiar, in the oven is probably more important. Yeah. Definitely more important. That's a lot of value. I get to bring it back. But there's no second oven, hopefully. I don't know why it wouldn't tap colorless. We don't have any treasures. All right, we can cast Approach next turn, I believe. Yeah, we have mana for Approach now. Fuck.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
We've been getting mana screwed. Yeah, we have a 50% chance to get a land right now. 50. They're gonna blow up our statuary? No, they're gonna sacrifice their binding, right?
Everyone is expendable.
They get 2 more lands out of this, which we do not like. However, this is perfectly okay with us. So now I believe they have to kill one of those statuaries. I might Revelation now. Jesus. Hmm. So it did shuffle away our approach to the second sun. I did not expect that at all.
Alive.
I don't know why I did that. I should have waited a turn. I have no idea why I did that. That was a waste. We win. Cool. Doesn't matter. It's all that matters that we won. That could have been a really close game. Could have been a really close game. Yeah. Approach decks seem pretty good right now. If you can get maybe some counterspell backup, just run like some Pact of Negations. Not sure. All of my lands come. I don't know why I kept this hand. Literally no idea. Sometimes I just click keep. Yeah, we're gonna need another land. I'll take a map. Map would be good. This is fine. We get Settle Metal, but I'm gonna throw down Elixir, I think. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go down to 8. Yeah, so we highlight over Ardenvale because we can block it. It's not good though. Open swing. Open swing. Got him. Jebaited. If we get another land, we can Immortal Sun, and then we probably win at that point. Statuary allows us to cast Approach to the Second Sun next turn. So I think we need to be responsible adults. I think. Okay. That just gets each artifact. Oh, that is each artifact. Oh, that's bad. They don't have 35 life yet. All right, we're at 21. They can just make a Dawn of Hope token and then do the Ajani thing. Okay, they don't, which is good. I don't necessarily want to Hour Revelation, but I think I have to. They have a lot of shit. perfect. Absolutely. You take those. Huh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they put down one more permanent, our Hour of Revelation is 3 mana, which means we can Hour of Revelation and then in response Teferi's Protection. Which is like fucking ridiculous. Can we even live that long, though? That's the next question. 8, 9, 10? Take 10 right now, so we go down to 6. And then a 5. And then a 4. This is great value for us, though. We're going to start gaining 4 life per turn. They have another Conclave Tribunal. That's devastating. Okay. Cool. Oh. Never mind. We just win. Well, I was gonna do something really cool, and then we top deck the win. So, yeah. Just kidding. At the end of the day, this deck ended up going 9 and 7. However, after we made the changes, it went a bit better. 7 and 6. I feel like it was much better after we made the changes, but I guess it was just kind of even after we made the changes. It definitely felt better after I made the changes. So I don't know exactly what happened. Is it not show? I feel like it's not. Let's say 3 days ago. It's like not showing the updates that I made. Weird. Okay, after I made the changes, it was right around here. I think, let's see. I can actually figure that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right here. This is where the changes first started. So right at this Boros equipment is what it was. So it started here again. After the changes, it got way better. It was much more consistent. It actually felt good. Approach of the Second Sun just seems very consistent right now. With the amount of life gain you can get, you just throw in board wipes with whatever, and you just kind of win. You just win. That's all. You just win. It's pretty simple. You just kind of scry a lot with Treasure Map, and you just win against everything. You basically just have to delay the inevitable. That's really all it is. As far as the bad matchups go, we don't really have enough data to go off of after the changes. The only decks we lost to was a mono green deck that we just didn't get the board wipes for, and then we lost to a Jeskai combo deck that was using Mizzix Mastery and a bunch of extra turns and stuff, and we just didn't get our Teferi's Protection before they popped off. So that was just an unfortunate event on both of those games, which does happen. However, those matches didn't feel bad. It was just the spot that we did not get those cards. That was it. It wasn't like this is fucking unwinnable. It was none of that stuff. It was literally just we didn't get those cards. And it happens, variance happens. So again, this deck feels really good after the changes. So I liked it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point, it means you either really enjoyed the video or you fell asleep and I'm waking you up now. Either way, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, come out with videos 7 days a week.